so far.
Okay.
Picture is good. Brilliant. Hi, I'm here in Newcastle West, County Limerick, and I'm on Seamus Sherlocks farm. This man is about to be evicted out from his home, and he's a single parent with 5 children. And basically, the bailiffs are going to come and evict him out of his home. I have Nigel here who's willing to talk to me. Thank you very much, Nigel.
You're welcome.
And just basically, I'm going to ask him why is he here?
Well, I came down from Swords about a week ago to stand in solidarity with this family. It's a family of there's 5 children here, and Seamus is the father, and Seamus is a good man. And I just happened to find Seamus. I always had him on my page because I seen what he'd done for the ESB people here. And when I realised that he had refused, they came to him and said, "If you just go away and don't stop causing any trouble here, you'll have free electricity for the rest of your life." And James says, "That's not what I'm." He says, "Are you going to give all of these people in Ireland then free electricity?" And he said, "No." Somebody says, "Well, you can keep it." Yeah, this is an honest man, and he deserves all the support he can get. Yeah, and I'm here to stand in solidarity with him, and I'm not going. Yeah, and there's a lot of people here that are standing with Seamus. Now, and I would also like to thank the whole community here, yeah, because they've been brilliant, yeah, they've been absolutely brilliant, yeah. Well, it's raining here at the moment, yeah, but we're sticking it out well, yeah. Anyway, there's 5 beautiful children here, and last night when I just looked at them, yeah, it just makes your heart bleed, yeah. It's terrible, yeah. It's, what else do I want to say? Yeah, it's absolutely terrible what this family's going through. Yeah, it's just heartbreaking. Yeah. Anyway, there's people coming from all over the place down here. Now, I had a hard job to get here at first. First thing I heard was on Thursday morning was when I just read the Facebook was I seen that Seamus was in distress, and this is one of the men that is standing up for things that are right in this country, yeah, and we are all going to stand with him, yeah, and we're not leaving. We will not abandon this family because this family deserves our support, yeah. I don't know what else to say really. Have you got any questions on me?
Questions. Personally, I think it is absolutely fantastic. I'm just after been running to catch somebody else for live stream when I couldn't catch them. But I think it is absolutely brilliant that as a community, as you're all aware, in the past it has been very hard for the Irish people to go out and protest in general, and we never get the numbers or anything like that. And I really think that this is so powerful, the fact that you will go and stand by your neighbour, and I think that is the only way to go. From an Irish perspective, I honestly do believe that.
Who's it going to be next? That's it's Seamus today, and then it's other people that are probably afraid even to say what's happening to them, yeah. And like there's some stories going around, and you would not believe it unless you heard it from people themselves. People being like old women being dragged from their houses by the hair, yeah. Like, and that's totally unlawful. Like that's crazy. Where are we going?
Yeah, exactly, and I have to say, I have admired Seamus for so many years.
What he's done in the community, unbelievable.
I remember the first time.
And for all the people of the country. He's not here for himself.
Yeah.
Yes, he's definitely not here for himself. I know that for a fact, yeah.
And it just takes one person to make a stand, and everybody else will follow.
Everybody seems to think one man cannot make a difference, yeah. And he is proving that to be a lie, yeah. And it's about time that people start waking up to what's going on, yeah. I have a funny feeling that it's probably the fluoride has got to the people, yeah.
We all have that issue.
But I don't think it's got to all of us, actually, Like some of us are starting to put our heads up, yeah.
There is. Oh, you have to put your head up.
My belief is I prefer to be dead than to be a slave, yeah. And that's where this seems to be going, yeah. So
yeah, well,
I've decided to take a stand now, yeah. I've never done anything like this before, yeah. I've never protested or any of this stuff before, yeah. But I knew this was the right thing to do, to stand in solidarity with Seamus Sherlock and his family. And if you knew him, and if you speak to him, you would. This is such. It's just. I don't know what if he has a religion even, but all I know is that these are just beautiful people, a beautiful family, yeah. They deserve all the support. And look, the support that they're getting from the community here is amazing, yeah. I stand down there on the road sometimes, and there's people just driving by, and they're beating their cars and waving, yeah. There was only one negative response down here. I've been down here nearly every day on that road for hours and hours and hours, and there's only been one negative response. Yeah? And I don't want to go into detail. I don't want to start talking bad about people because everybody is entitled to their opinion. Yeah, and I'm the first man that would agree that I would be. I am not prepared to kill for anybody, but I would die for somebody that wants to speak the truth. Yeah. And does speak the truth.
Okay, will we leave it at that, Joe? Thank you, Nigel. Thank you so much for doing this, and
it's a pleasure. Like,
I want to say thank you.
Anything for this family, yeah.
Okay,
this family are brilliant, and they deserve everything, yeah. And he's so thankful to everybody that's here, yeah.
Well, you can see it in his face and the gratitude.
But the way the man says, like, he says, I'm so proud of all of you, yeah. And like I'm so proud of, and he really means that, yeah.
Yeah,
well, I'm actually proud of him for what he's done, yeah. Because like this is not gonna pass over his family like easily, yeah. Like he's making the stand, yeah, and he's making it for everybody in this country, yeah. This is just totally wrong what's going on, yeah. It's just totally wrong, yeah. Like they are using things on us like that it's corporation law and like money law. Like this is a family living in a house. How can you just throw a family out on the road? This is crazy, and he's made the offers like to pay. They just don't want to deal with him. Like he's trying to negotiate, but they just don't want to know. All he wants to do is just grab the land. That's all, and just make an example out of him.
That's it.
Once he stood up for the people of this country, and now it's right. We're going to get him. Yeah, this guy has to be silenced or something. No way. Look, if they throw us off this land here, yeah, we're peaceful people. We don't believe in violence. We will not raise a finger, and there's no weapons here whatsoever, and there won't be any here. Yeah, this is peaceful. Yeah, this is a peaceful way. Yeah, like we will be peaceful, and we will stay peaceful. Yeah,
it is the only way.
Yes.
To get anywhere is in a peaceful protest.
Yes.
You know.
We know this.
You know, and I was there late last night, and I was looking at all the information that was coming from the anti-eviction group in Dundalk and various other areas, you know, and one thing sprung to mind: to live in a community that doesn't care is the biggest crime an Irish person can.
Well,
you know,
I think it's been building up like this. That years ago, we used to have the great granddad and the granddad there, and then the mother, and then there'd be you and your brothers and sisters, and a few doors down there'd be all your cousins. It was like a community, yeah. And the people stuck together then. But I think something has been going on like that. The family has been divided. It's like I don't know how to explain it. Like they're all over the place. Like there's no communities anymore. But it's time you start getting back to getting our communities together. Yeah.
Well, hopefully, Nigel, this will be a start of community working together. Whether it comes from the top of Ireland to the bottom of Ireland, that we all gather together and help each other.
It's actually our own fault that we've let it come to this. Yeah. Because we, the Constitution, well, like the equal rights for all of us, yeah, like that's just, it's our fault for falling asleep, yeah. So it's time to wake up, yeah.
Definitely.
It's time for the people to wake up, yeah, and make a stand, a peaceful stand, yeah. Because if you use violence with these guys, yeah, like I've heard stories like it's unbelievable, yeah, like they're dragging old women out of the house by their hair, yeah, and throwing them out on the road. Where'd you get that?
I don't know.
Are we going back to the 1800s? And it looks like it's a mirror of that, of what's happening. Yeah, some big guys are trying to snap up the small guys. The bigger farmers are probably trying to get the smaller farmers and just eat them up. Yeah, like and people say it was the famine them days. Like we know better because we have the documentation of what happened. Yeah, I've read this, and you will not know the truth unless you do your own investigative journalism.
Well, you see, that's
because the mainstream media is just they're just on planet unaware. That's all. They've just got horror stories to tell of other nature. That's for me. It's just a type of brainwashing just to keep the people in a permanent state of fear. Yeah, we're not human beings, because a human being means like a human, as far as I know, is a beast in the interpretation of government, of that corporation called government. Yeah, the definition of that is a beast. Yeah. So we are men and women. Yeah, we have souls. We are alive. We stand on this land. We are not on a ship. Yeah, that they call Admiralty law. Yeah, where they use their commercial laws on us. Yeah, that's.
No, as I said to you there a while ago, that
What crime has this man committed?
yeah, he has committed no
That's
crime,
not criminal,
Nigel.
like.
He hasn't, no.
And he is trying to negotiate
Yeah.
all the time. Yeah, like they're just blocking, and he has given as much money as he can, even to a solicitor, and they're blocking him as well. So really, they're like, and no notice. He gave this because he says, well, execution nowadays. Yeah, the execution of order. Yeah, is without further notice, so they can come anytime. Yeah, that's like a perpetual fear into this family. And when you speak to this man, and the way he speaks to you, you know this guy is real. Yeah, he's not a fake. Yeah, what he says, he means it, and he is such a beautiful man. Yeah, I tell you, I've met very, very few men.
I have to agree with
like
you there.
Seamus.
Yeah.
And I really mean that. Yeah, I know of a few men that are very good and are very brave, and that's a very brave man. Yeah, and his children are right behind him. Like, yeah, they are behind him. Yeah, like that was probably the nature of this whole thing, like, was to try and get the family to oppose him, but they're not opposing, they're all with him. Thanks to everybody in the community, and everybody that supports, everybody that comes down here to support Seamus. You are welcome. And Seamus says, anyone that supports me is welcome, and anyone who doesn't want to support me are also welcome. Like, if you don't want to come, it's also all right. Yeah, Seamus wouldn't force anything on anybody. Yeah, and we're here because we know it's right. Yeah, we know it's right to stand in solidarity with this man. Yeah. Thanks very much. Thanks very much for anyone listening in. Yeah, that supports Seamus. Yeah, that stands in solidarity with Seamus, and Seamus will welcome anyone that comes that comes to this farm in peace. Yeah.
As individuals.
I want to say thank you so much, Nigel, for my first live streamer ever.
And it's mine as well now. And I used to have a stutter, a very bad stutter, yeah, and I couldn't get 2 words out, yeah. And
that is brilliant.
Thanks, everyone.
And what's amazing, I have my second live streamer just lined up behind him, so I want you to welcome Finbar.
Hi guys, is this visual or audio?
Visual.
Hey guys, some of you might remember me. I get around the place, as it were. We got a call from Seamus Sherlock last Thursday morning to tell us that he got his eviction notice. He didn't know what to do, he was in a panic. He phoned us lads in Dundalk. Within 24 hours we were at the other side of the country. Hi UK watching. We were on the other side of the country, a 5.5 hour drive, and we've been here basically ever since. There's a great spirit here. There's a great sense that this could be the beginning of a rural uprising in Ireland. We know that there's a protest happening in Dublin as we speak in relation to the possible eviction of another farmer in Kildare. In terms of how Seamus is doing at the moment, he's full of spirit. For anybody watching out there, rather than just watching, if you'd like to, we would like you to contact Bank of Scotland, wherever they may be, and highlight this issue of Seamus Sherlock's eviction and the eviction of his family. But most importantly, the fact that they will not negotiate with Seamus. You know, it's not a case that Seamus doesn't want to pay. It's not a case that he even wants a write-down, but he wants more time to pay, and he has made offers that the bank will not entertain. And it's very hard to tell how many farmers are being affected by evictions. UK watching, there's a great sense of pride and shame around those issues, particularly here in Ireland. So there's a lot of people who have had their machinery seized thus far. Now, to seize a farmer's machinery is to put him out of business, to make him unable to pay his mortgage payments, etc. We know that around the country there was announced yesterday there was 85,000 mortgages, which may not sound big, but our population is only 4.2 million. 85,000 mortgages in at least 9 months plus arrears in Ireland. So we know that the farming community were forced to take out loans through EU regulations to improve their farms, or to improve safety and security. Based on that, they were forced into getting out loans and using their farms as collateral for those loans. So there's a problem right across the country. It's in the cities and it's in the rural areas. It's only starting to get highlighted in the rural areas now. But I've got a sense that although the people of rural Ireland say less, they're far more adamant and they're far more robust in their own defence in terms of their physical defence of their places. So we're asking people, Royal Bank of Scotland, get their email address. Wherever they are in the world, let them know about the Seamus Sherlock eviction, and let them know that we are going to do whatever we can in terms of PR until they start talking to Seamus. They're the only people that can put a pin into this grenade. It isn't the case, and I reiterate this, that Seamus does not want to pay or that he even wants a write down. He wants more time. Now Seamus has been a campaigner for people all across Ireland who are suffering near suicide because of debt. He lost a number of his own friends. So this is why we believe Bank of Scotland is targeting Seamus and refuses to actually negotiate in any way with him. So Bank of Scotland, now not Royal Bank of Scotland, Bank of Scotland, get their email addresses, get their contacts, and start getting emails off to them. Spread the word as much as you can on your own Facebook pages, your own Twitter, etc. This is one that we can win, but we need to we can't win it from this farm alone. We need people around the world sending emails to Bank of Scotland. Get those emails out this evening. Make it your good deed for today. And let's get this fight won. Because as soon as we can get this won on Seamus's farm, we want to get down to the man in Kildare who is just actually out of a psychiatric unit because of the pressures he's been placed on with the pressures the banks are placing on him. So let's get Seamus's battle won so that we can get onto another farm, and let's start fighting back, folks. I'm not going to hold you too much longer. I'm going to just have a wee look and we look at some of these comments here, and maybe if there's any questions I'll respond to them. Hello to Teeny too, by the way. Solidarity from London, that's great to hear. You're correct, play nicely. There's no logic to it. Well, there is in a long term logic that if you force these farmers to give out loans, to take up loans, eventually you'll be able to get that farm at a much cheaper price. This has happened in Ireland before, in the 1840s, 50s and 60s. It's not a new phenomenon. Barb Dwyer says word is spreading. I hope so, but if you could spend an hour doing wherever you are in the world, whether you're in the US, whether you're in Australia, spend an hour trying to get emails off the Bank of Scotland. Not the Royal Bank of Scotland, but Bank of Scotland. We're going to take you on a bit of a tour later on, just to meet some of the people that are here. There's quite a lot of people here. But at the moment it's raining heavy outside, so we're probably going to keep the laptop in for a short while. I'm going to pass you over to Sharon now, and maybe try to get somebody else in to have a chat with you guys. You're not going to get many visuals for the next hour or so in the sense of getting out onto the farm, but you will get that when the weather clears up a bit. Thanks for your time, guys. And thank you, Sharon.
Thank you so much, Finbar.
No problem at all.
Thank you, really.
No problem
really,
at all. You better get talking in there. I'll see if we can get somebody in there.
Hi guys, I have to say I am delighted that I've got two live streamers here from Seamus Sherlock's farm, and they have given an honest report on what's going on and everything else from here. I'm going to close this because I hate the camera, and I'll talk to you on chat. Okay, bye bye.